Any other thoughts or comments?
I've been trying to figure out what it is that I want to say on behalf of this particular issue. And internally, I'm caught at a crossroads. And for those in the community who are still watching and who are listening to this, I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Kimberly Dy. I'm a 20-year-old woman. I was born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island, and I live in the West End, and I have for the majority of my life. And this community raised me. This community shaped me into the person that I am, and I was raised by a lot of the local organizations and activists that helped create PERA in general. And I was a part of those members of the community who pushed for PERA to become active again after it failed the first time. And to hear the people of my community speaking with so much pain and coming to us with so much angst in their hearts about this, it really does tear me up, because on the one hand, I was raised as an activist, and I would be on the other side of this screen screaming at PERA too, talking about how it isn't right for us to have held back this video, that it wouldn't have been okay for us to just let this slide or sweep it under the rug. And I understand that as a young person of color whose family was also targeted by the police in the city. I've witnessed firsthand what they can do, and it sucks. But on the other hand, I'm someone who's also sitting on this board, and I'm also someone who was part of those executive sessions that made these decisions. And, I've been having some inner turmoil trying to figure out whether I'm being a little too unbiased, whether I'm being a little too neutral in this matter, because when worse comes to worse, there really is no such thing as neutrality. You either are on one side or you're on the other. And in terms of this matter, I understand where the anger is coming from in the community, and I understand where the anger is coming from with the members on this board, with people's names being thrown out, accusations being thrown, and morally, I think what Jose did was phenomenal. We had a discussion, we talked as friends and as colleagues about what the repercussions for this would have been for him if he so chose to move forward with it. And he fully understood where he was going to go moving forward with releasing this video on his own accord. And as someone who cares about Jose as a person, as a friend, as a community member, I'll always have your back, Jose, and I'll always support the decisions that you have, because we truly, truly do see eye to eye. But as a member of this board, what happened wasn't right. It went against our protocols. It went against our policies. So it really, truly is catching a lot of us at crossroads. And I just want the community to know that we're not against you. PERA isn't an entity that hates the community that gave it its purpose in the first place. We really are here for the people. We're comprised of people who came from this community. I don't know about everyone else, but when it comes to a situation like this, I want the community members to truly understand that it isn't an easy call doing things like this. And if you were to hear the things that happen in executive sessions and discussions that happen in executive sessions, you would understand why. There are certain policies and regulations and all those technicalities that it's hard to bypass as a city entity. And I just want these folks to know that as people, we still represent you, but it really is hard as board members to get around situations like this. And that's all I have to say.